Well, here we go again. ARR Field Day 2018. Driving to the K4 BFT Field Day site. Amazingly, in a matter of a few short hours, this field at the Space and Rocket Center will be loaded with towers and antennas, tents and trailers, and will continue a HARC tradition that dates back to, wow, to the 1950s, I guess. Each year we start from scratch, reaching back in our memory banks. Now, how did we do it last year?
You gotta remember where to, so it grabs at the 30 foot.
I think 31.
Yeah, above the connection, so that's where we want to be sure. And which ones are, what is it? The striping? What's at the bottom? One?
One.
And we go to 4.
Right.
Right? All right, well.
I mean, we got, well.
Made any contacts yet?
Negative! QSO!
There is method in our madness. We know where every one of our 5 towers will be placed. The tower layout happens because Tom Duncan and Lee Bartlow work their magic.
Is this like the transit that George Washington used?
It's that very one, actually, yeah. I will never tell a lie, and let's cross the Delaware, here's a silver dollar. But did they really have silver dollars then? It's on Lee one way or another right now?
It's right there.
It's right there, okay.
So what's the theory of operation here?
The idea is that the tower wants to be a safe distance from the trailer, and that as measured by the yellow rope, 70 feet.
Okay.
50-foot tower, 7. Okay.
And why do you use the laser level?
Because we have to know how far the anchor is off of the plane which should contain this, because if we're going downhill we have to come in, and if we're going uphill we have to go out.
That you have, Rick, connects to the top. Gotcha.
The towers, fresh from Gary Suckow's warehouse, start getting dropped off and bolted together.
The 2 long ones are usually the bear.
The 4 main towers are made up of 4 straight 10-foot sections and a top section that holds the mast.
They've never gone that well. Wow.
Hey, there's plenty of time left in the day.
So you pre-fit these, and then you have your magic lube here.
Yep, white lithium.
Well, white lithium, anybody could do with white lithium. Oh, gosh.
Anybody, yeah, okay.
With the guy positions marked, the guy stakes get muscled into the earth. In years past, we got power from high-capacity generators, generously donated by the EMA. EMA had a conflict this year, but we managed to come up with generators from fellow hams. John Boyette headed up that operation.
So what is this called, Generator Control Central or something?
This is the fuel depot.
Fuel depot, oh, that's even better.
We tried to get as far as we could away from other people so that if it goes up in flames,
That's right.
we don't lose too much equipment.
Okay, just you two.
Yep.
With the towers bolted together and antennas attached, we're ready to go vertical. As always, first up is the crank-up tower, which we use to lift the towers themselves. A pull vehicle pulls a rope attached to the tower on the ground through a pulley high up on the crank-up tower. And up they go, one after another.
Good, Mark. That looks, please go a little bit that way still.
We level the tower base and secure the guys.
All right, I need you to pull about 2 inches, you to pull 2 inches.
Close enough. Good there.
Time off.
Time off.
More guy wires.
With the generators hooked up and the radios ready, we're all set for the start of Field Day 2018. This year, Mark Brown was asked to tell about our operation on W5KUB's national podcast.
Okay, this is our field day site. I'm Mark N4BCD with the Huntsville Amateur Radio Club, and we're operating 4A. Over there on the left, at the where the yellow little two-seater convertible, that's our 80-20 meter phone station, and we also have a bonus where we're using 10 meters, using a tri-band element off a Cushcraft antenna.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day, Kilo 4 Bravo Fox Tango, CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day, over.
And then over moving toward the right then, in the foreground we have Tim, NADEU, he does our satellite and ISS contacts.
Okay, QSL, you're 5 Alpha, North Carolina. This is Kilo 4 Bravo Foxtrot Tango, K4 BFT.
Further up, we've got the bigger trailer is the GOTA station, get on the air.
Right, so it's him. So we're gonna hit the 4 Alpha, Alabama again. So hit F4. And again, these are standard exchanges that we talk back and forth on. When it's not field day, you may talk about different things throughout it. And again, it's like texting to a point.
Only
with special equipment.
Todd there at the GOTA station's got a bunch of wire antennas and a multi-element beam. And then behind that you see a green trailer. Well, that's our food tent. We'll be having a picnic later this afternoon. Hamburgers and hot dogs. Everybody's asked to bring a covered dish. And folks are kind of starting to mill there now. Lots of cars in the area. Then further to the right there is the 4015 CW station. And we're running battery solar on that station for the entire duration of the event. And then over toward the right, we have in the red trailer, that's the 8020 CW station. They're using an inverted V for 80 meters and a simple inverted V dipole for 20 meters.
Well, this is where the action is right here. You came to the right place. Right.
Then further on to the right there, the white trailer, that's the 4015 phone station. They have an inverted V beam pointed to the northeast, a 2-element wire beam for 40 meters. That's working exceptionally well.
This is Alpha Bravo 7 Hotel Alpha. Please copy my 4 Alpha Alabama. 4 Alpha Alabama. QSL.
What else do we have out there? Oh, we got kids launching rockets in the background from Space Camp. Space Camp is actually behind us, but they trek over there to that white structure across the street. They launch rockets all weekend long. So it's a neat public location for field day here.
When there's a field day, you can count on a terrific picnic. It's been that way since our first field day in the 1950s.
Kind of missed. I feel horrible.
Again this year, James, KK4UHR, came with his custom-made smoker.
N4KH, food is ready. Come and get it.
Throughout the weekend, Hams kept the generators running and the radios transmitting. Aries members were here passing traffic and preparing for the next emergency. We even passed on some radio knowledge to the next generation.
Look around some of the antennas around here. They're wire dipoles. Somebody had to tune them.
It takes a whole lot of work to pull off a successful field day. Thanks to those of you who donated your time, equipment, or money. Special thanks to Halsey Foods for their big help with our picnic, and to the Space and Rocket Center, who provided this prime location.
from the U.S. Space and Rocket Center in Huntsville, Alabama.
Happy Field Day!